So why should people play tennis? Why do you play tennis?
I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I'd say number one,
Numero uno.
accountability and individualism, I'd say, is one of
Yeah, I would say tennis players are selfish. I'm selfish.
it's going on positive connotation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Saying it makes you accountable for yourself.
Accountability.
Yeah, and take ownership for everything you do for yourself. You're
That's
not
true.
reliant on teammates. So I think for kids, adults, especially singles, it really creates,
Single people like me.
Singles as in tennis singles and tennis doubles, not single people. But maybe single people too. It's a way for them to meet other people, other single people.
Hercules. Oh, so if I would play more tennis, I could meet someone.
Maybe more mixed doubles.
Touche. Okay, so that's numero uno. What's numero?
Number two, I'd say it's great work.
Numero dos. Okay. What?
It's a great workout, You're getting
yes.
cardio, you're getting explosive movements, working your upper body. It's a full body workout.
Full body workout. I feel like tennis players have the best legs. Best legs in sports, leanest bodies in sports. Really just like tennis player body is a particular look.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the exact tennis player body, but elements of it.
You did until you started lifting so much weight tonight.
Yeah, but
Strong.
I lost a little bit of my arms in the last week because I've been,
Playing
I don't know, I've been like not as much cheating vegan and real vegan, and I start to just really, if I don't really take in a lot more protein, and I start to.
Yeah, so the workout aspect is one thing. I feel like it always helps you focus.
Is that number 3?
I don't know if I'd put it at 3, but it's definitely up there.
Is this a third point or not?
This is a third point.
Numero tres.
So
Tres leches.
you don't really have the option
Tres bien.
to can't even have a conversation.
Sorry.
Focus. You see what I'm saying? Focus.
I should know this. I play tennis. I'm focused.
Like looking at the ball,
Focus.
not losing your focus. Especially if somebody takes a lot of time.
Oh man. Okay, so lots of good reasons to play tennis.
Yeah. Funny.
And why do you play?
I play for individuals aspect of it.
I hear you. I don't like being told what to do. I couldn't be in the Army. I'm not a group think. I just can't.
Natural born leader.
I just can't follow rules. I can't follow rules. I can't. I can follow rules on the court though. And that's the difference. Like on the court, like tennis is so technical that it does affect other parts of my life. It makes me very regimented in how I approach things. Because if your technique has to be solid, because when that pressure comes, if it's not, you're gonna choke, fly out the window. So yeah, I appreciate that part, but other than that, I can't. The rules.
Number 4.
You like
regimented and
rules.
disciplined.
Numero quattro. You like rules.
I mean, rules are necessary, right? Create order.
We're so opposite. I hate rules, man. I don't like them. It's not that I don't like rules. I hate dumb rules. And if there's a dumb rule, I'm not gonna follow it. No way.
I agree with that.
No way. It's dumb. And we gotta break down the dumbness. But so I'm not totally. What's it called? The word I'm looking for, where you just anarchy. I'm not total anarchist. No.
Like in between. There's
In
days
between.
where you're an anarchist.
Yeah, like today, because I want to go back to sleep.
There's definitely some of those that can't be told to the camera, but
No, I'll never tell. I'll never tell. Wasn't that in a movie like this horror movie, and it's like, I'll never tell. What movie was that? I'm gonna find it.
But you're also definitely not goody two shoes rule follower. That's for sure either. So.
No, I'm an individualist. I definitely do my own thing. I've always been that way since like kindergarten. I never did what those other kids were doing. I thought they were just do my own thing. You guys have fun. I have no friends. It's okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so why do I play? Mom and Dad started me. Numero uno. Number two, I was good at it. Numero dos. But in all practicality, I think your reasons made the most sense. Individuality, accountability. You learn to be strong and stand up for yourself. You learn to take your losses, because it's only if you lose, you got to figure it out. It's just you. Who else are you going to blame? There's so many great things. Obviously, the being in shape and like being well, getting out here, having fun, hitting balls. I think the game part of it too, like it's a real game. It's not just a sport, it's like a chess match. And strategy and it's patience, because if you gotta hit that cross court over and over, just gotta do it.
Even though the down the line looks like it's ready.
Down line looks wide for the taking, looks like it's juicy fruit, and it's just not. It's a mirage. Go cross court, you know, and you just gotta be disciplined, play the strategies, play this chess game, play the different opponents, play the different courts, play with the wind, play with serving in the sun, and it's like this gladiator sport with like this endurance sport with also a sprinting like sport and also a mental chess match. Like it's just the ultimate game to me. And that's why I'm voting tennis number one sport.
I'd agree. It's the best.
Number two sport.
Ooh. I mean, me personally, I like boxing, but at the same time, it's, you know, it definitely has its drawbacks.
Yeah, like someone bleeding on you.
Yeah.
If someone bleed on me, I'd be like, ew, stop the match. I gotta go. If I'm bleeding, I don't mind that. But if someone starts bleeding on me, and then like sweaty people touch, like does someone sweat on me?
What's your number two sport?
Number two sport for me that I like to watch, which is actually not a lot on TV here and like overseas more, probably track and field. I really like watching track and field. It's really exciting. But the sport I'm most in awe of would be American football. It's the one sport that makes me feel like I'm not an athlete at all. Like when I start watching those guys, I'm like, I thought I was like a major athlete, but I feel like I don't have these moves. Like I'm not doing a backflip into the end zone over insane. Like 4 people's heads. Like,
and getting hit and not getting hurt, right? I mean,
yeah, you have to have a whole other level of no fear to play American football.
It's just taken out of their brain. There's no fear component.
No fear component. And in sports in general, you can't have fear or else it affects your game. Same thing in life, right?
Yeah. Is fear real, or is it imagined?
Fear is real. Everybody's afraid. I think that's the first part, right? Admitting that you're afraid, and then figuring out why you're afraid, and then confronting it. If you don't confront it, then you won't get it past it.
Can't go around it.
There's moments where you're not going to be afraid, and those moments are great. And the moments that you are, you got to figure it out. I think most people who choke all the time are the ones who just won't admit it. And the people who are most afraid are the ones who won't admit it. Right. It's just normal to be afraid. It's okay. That's how you confront it. So that's why another reason why I should play tennis, because you're going to be afraid a lot when you're down break point. When you're serving for it. Serving for it is the hardest thing to do. You know?
You got to close. It's on your racket. It's
the biggest time where people falter, I think, even in recreational tennis, right? Mm-hmm. People falter when you're serving for the match.
Closing it out, and you got to do it.
Yeah, those are like when I was, starting to play like real big tennis in the beginning. I remember faltering, closing it out, and I remember hating it, and like immediately fixing it. Like next match, I'm serving this out. Like I've learned. It's the worst feeling because it's like, here is your reward. It's here.
Take it.
This match is over, And then you're like, no thanks, I don't like rewards or pie or bounties or, no, I don't want it.
And then to mentally rebound after you don't close it out.
After you don't close it out, it's hard.
Very difficult.
Yeah. I think it's that guilt, right? You feel guilty.
Yeah. Like you had your chance is gone, no chance is ever gonna come again.
Yeah, like you don't deserve a chance. Why would you, you can't. And I think once you lose serve, the biggest part of like another reason why you should play tennis, helps you to recover mentally, because once you get, these low points, you have to immediately recover from it and say, blank slate. I didn't serve it out. New game. Probably so like numero 10.
Yeah. Lost track. There's so many.
What number are we on?
Points.
Number 10. Number 10 of why you should play tennis, because it helps you recover mentally from lows, and how to be mentally strong and tough.
I mean, I'd say for tennis, it's part of both of who we are, right? So, big part.
Yeah. Especially these days when people are really having issues with dealing with their life in the world and mental health. Playing tennis will get your mind off things.
Stabilize you.
Right? There are studies that say exercise helps. It releases great endorphins, all the good chemicals, the dopamine, whatever it may be, and helps you learn how to deal with adversity.
I think it's a clear reason why it's definitely the fastest growing sport during the pandemic.
Yes, racket sports, tennis, pickleball, padel. Padel, is that growing?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know the stats on that. Never played, actually.
Neither have I. A lot of people like it, though.
It looks intense.
Yeah.
It looks like real endurance. It looks like you can't hit big winners. I'm out. That's my game. My game style's never gonna change. I'm gonna go big or go home. I've gone home sometimes for going too big.
You got big.
I went big though. At least I was on the plane. I was like, I went too big, man, but at least I didn't go small. We all make mistakes. So, what's a sport you never would play or do?
Golf.
Golf.
Yeah.
Why?
It's too slow.
Have you heard of Tiger Woods?
I've heard of that. I mean, I love Tiger
I'm
Woods,
obsessed with Tiger.
But I like action. So I want to be running. I want action. So for me, golf is something that, I've gone to a driving range, I think, once, but I don't think I would ever spend my time doing like an 18-hole golf course.
Really? So do you know my dad chose tennis over golf to teach Serena and I? I don't know if you knew that, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he would hit the ball, and I can't hit it all now. Also, there's a whole lot of fear because I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt. And also, I think after some time, you lose the ability to pick up sports that quickly. I think I can pick other sports up quickly, just not that one anymore. But yeah, he was choosing between golf and tennis. So it would have been interesting had we played golf, right?
I think tennis was your thing.
Tennis was our thing, but we would have killed it.
You would have been good in golf.
Good at golf.
Crushing it.
And you know why I would have loved golf too? Is because in tennis, you can't really wear makeup because it will melt off as you sweat, and it will be all over your clothes, and there's a lot of stuff you can't wear elaborate hairstyles. My style would be out of this world in golf. It would be out of control, the stuff I would do, because I wouldn't have to be running back and forth and drenched in sweat.
Definitely not thinking about those things.
I think about those things.
That's why I definitely don't want to play golf.
I would be I probably would lose matches because I'd be too worried about my look. Although I try to look my best I actually feel like on the court I walk out looking my best all the time. Definitely at practice not looking my best. Sorry, it must scare you.
No, not.
Have you gone blind yet? You don't care?
Those things don't faze me.
Get focused on the things that I care about. Why don't you care about the things I care about? This is part of us having a great relationship on the court.
I don't think so.
Oh my God, that's nuts.
What sport wouldn't you play?
What sport wouldn't I play? I'm definitely choking on this answer.
Okay.
Is that a sport?
I don't know.
I think it's like the genteel thing from back in the day.
Curling?
I would say that, but I tried curling once. It was intense. I think that's a tough one. I got sore from it.
Basically, you'd play any sport.
I would play any sport. I can't think of one right now that I wouldn't play. I love table tennis. Ugh.
All right.
Love.
So then, what would be your sport you'd want to play?
Sport I'd want to play? Tennis. I want to play tennis.
If you had to pick another one.
Tennis? I don't want to play anything else. I want to play tennis. Tennis is so cool. Coolest sport ever. I feel like tennis is so underrated. But I think the hardest part is the learning curve in tennis is so intense. Just like getting your grip right and just keeping that grip, even though it feels uncomfortable, and like that part's so hard in the beginning. But if you stick with it, and within a few weeks you get it. But there's other sports where you can just like, you feel like it's not, you can just go to the hoop and get a hoop in like immediately. There's immediate satisfaction,
Sure.
you know? And that feels good for a lot of people. But it's definitely worth the fight.
I would say basketball for me.
Oh, really?
I mean, I grew up idolizing Jordan when I was a little kid. You know, how he would close out games and,
Oh, yeah.
you know, his competitive edge. So it might not be the game of basketball, but it was all predicated on him at the age when I started playing sports. He was the ultimate sports figure for me when I was, let's say, like 9, 10 years old.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't really get to watch TV when I was younger. Catching up on lost time now, though.
You are. Still watch the same TV that I did then. Sports.
Oh my gosh. Cartoons, me too.
Fit in right with my kids.
Oh man, it's nuts.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants. My mom loves SpongeBob.
So do my kids.
My mom is just like me.
My wife doesn't let them watch it anymore because she thinks it's bad.
SpongeBob? Why?
I mean, they're little, you know.
What is I didn't realize SpongeBob bad.
It's not bad, but it's not like Mickey Mouse or something, you know.
Oh, I thought.
It's
Wow.
funny though. It's definitely funny.
Okay. SpongeBob is evil. 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 I know what I'm gonna get your kids a gift now. SpongeBob memorabilia.
Oh, I love it.
If she thinks SpongeBob is bad, then the Minions must be awful. They're bad.
Yeah, they don't watch Minions.
Yeah, they're bad. The latest Minions movie is so good though. The Rise of Gru, maybe? I don't know what it's called.
Would you like to come see it?
Well, you just don't tell your wife. But now she knows. She knows all. Oh man, is it time to hit? It's time to hit. It's time to hit.